Please welcome Molly Friedenfeld, a teacher of light.
Am I on now? I'm on! I do that every time I come. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing? Hello. I want to first start out with gratitude because it was Thanksgiving not too long ago, but gratitude can be a day of thanks every day. So I want to thank LHSC for having me again every time I come to town every 3 months. I love, love, love to be here and speak in front of all of you. It's just such a joy and an honor. And I love you, Gary. You're awesome. And John, thanks for the sound. So one of the things I do about this little singing is I'll talk about that a little bit later, but when we talk about musical notes and vibrations, I talk about that a lot, we can sing anything of goodness into being. And it's one of the ways that we create magic here. So I have a lot of friends here today and a lot of new friends. Oh my gosh, Amber, hi, hello. I just saw her. Okay, so when we sing things into being, we can create magic here. And we can create magical experiences, magical moments. We can infuse honor and love and joy into every experience so that when people come across our path, they leave our presence feeling honored and deeply loved. And if we allow ourselves the gift of keeping our hearts open wide, then when all souls come across our path, then that is what they feel when they leave our presence. They feel honored, they feel loved, they feel joyful, because we have shown and shined the light out of our hearts so that they can connect with our light. And then that helps them be brave and strong and courageous to shine and spread their light and connect in with their light too. So I absolutely love talking about love, honor, joy, and truth. And that's one of the ways that I embrace humanity. And people, if you all don't know what the theme is this month, the theme here is embracing humanity. And the thing that is so cool about that is that we're all embracing humanity in all of our own special, unique, and amazing ways. And so today I'm going to talk to you all about how I personally embrace humanity here. And over the next 5 hours, we're going to have a great time. Because I have a lot to say. And I love it when I say that, because on some faces there's like this look of, oh, hi. There's this look of like, oh my gosh, how long is this going to be? So, but it's going to go by in like angel time. You'll see. It'll be awesome. So one of the first things that I like to do is talk about what does it look like when you're walking around and you're infusing honor, love, and joy, and peace, and truth here. What does that mean to me? So I'll talk about my journey, and then maybe you can see how you can perhaps utilize that and use some of these tools and bring those into your journey, or you create something yourself. So I talk about synchronicities a lot, and I believe that there is no such thing as a coincidence. These are synchronicities that are placed before us by the divine to inspire the mind and expand the heart. So once you start awakening and really start connecting in with your heart, you will be amazed at how everything has divine purpose and reason. And when you fly above something as an observer or a truth seeker, where you want to find the truth in everything, and you say, show me more truth here. I want to see more truth. You shall see truth. And when you do, you will start connecting the dots backwards and bring them forward on all these amazing things and experiences that you have experienced on your journey that will all make perfect sense. So I want to explain one way that I have been embracing humanity, and it was even before I even realized all the things that I'm talking about today. It was back in the 90s. I used to work at a radio station called WLTE, which was also called W Light. I worked there for 13 years. I was a person that was called the continuity director. I kept everything flowing and in order. But one of the other things that I did was I was a part of creating a magical experience with a group of 30 other souls. We worked downtown. We all absolutely loved that experience. We were like one big family. We would go out after work many times. Our kids knew each other's children. It was just a really special, magical experience. And so each one of us, outside of our cubicle or outside of our office door, we had what was like a name tag, and it had little Velcro on the back, and then there were stickers on the wall. So every name tag, you could put the name tag on the wall, and there's your name. But when you left, and if someone else took your space, that you could just peel off that name tag, and then they would put someone else's plastic, name tag on that wall. So what happened was one day, I didn't even realize it, I got an aha moment, and I was like, wait, when someone leaves here, I want to be able to honor that they were a part of this place because they created this part of this golden tapestry, this magical place that we had here. So I would take their nameplate, and I had a really big bulletin board that was made out of fabric, and that Velcro nameplate fit exactly on there. All I did was put it on there. So I would put one name on there, and then someone else would leave, and I'd put their name, and it started this huge wall with all these amazing people with their names. And then each person, they would really know that when they were getting ready to leave, they would come to me, and we'd have like this little ceremony, and they would bring me their nameplate. And then I would take out a piece of paper, and I would get a pencil, and I'd do an etching of their name, and I'd give them their name, and then I'd put their nameplate on the wall. And so over the years, because I was there for a lot of years, I had a lot of nameplates on that wall. And that was one of the ways that I honored each person's journey through that location. But the other thing that was so significant, and I was just talking to Linda about this right before we came on here, is one of the things that I teach about in a lot of my classes is the significance of the name and how significant it is. When you realize what your name means and what you are walking on energetically in this earth, it is embedded in your name. So now coming full circle, I'm like, wow, I was even connecting and tapping into the significance of the name before I even realized how significant it was. It was another layer of significance that's now making sense all these years later. That was 23 years ago, by the way. So all these years later, all of a sudden now, this name significance is really important to me. When we're walking on this earth and you are walking in the energetic significance of your name, it is an illuminator to one of the gifts of goodness you are being asked to bring out into this earth here. It's also a way that you can stay focused on goodness and light and embrace humanity. So I've said this a long time ago, but just so that you can get an idea of how significant your name is, my name is Molly Evelyn Friedenfeld. My first name, Molly, is a Hebrew name which means also Mary. There's lots of derivatives of the word Mary. So Mary also is Molly, and it means beloved. My middle name is Evelyn, which means light and life, and it also has the essence of Eve, of the new earth. And my last name is Friedenfeld, which Frieden means peace and Feld means land. So if I'm walking in the energetic significance of my name, I'm spreading love, I'm spreading peace, I'm spreading light. And if you go onto my websites or any of the work that I do, you will find that all of that is embedded in my work. Everything is about light and love and peace and joy. So you can see how different ways that you can embrace humanity is by allowing yourself to walk in the significance of the name that you are walking on here. Okay? So one of the other ways that I move this out into the world is by infusing joy and love wherever I see that I can see that there's a need for it. So I am in town, I live in Florida now, but I was in town visiting my granddaughter, and I picked her up at daycare. And when I picked her up, the daycare teacher was having a discussion with two other little boys at the event at the daycare, and she was saying, if you two don't stop this arguing, you're both gonna be in trouble. So I talk about vibration a lot. So is that on the love vibration or the fear vibration? The fear. So I was like, fear is here. I will change this within a moment into love. I will show you how. So I walk up, and Haley's right here. She's used to me, so she's like just standing there watching me. So I walk up, and the teacher's there too, right? And this isn't about having people feel bad. This is about lighting everybody up. So I walk up, and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? And they both look at me, and I'm like, this is all about love. Love, 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 love. And they both start looking at me and laughing, and they're like, why are you doing that? I'm like, because I'm bringing love in here. So they went from arguing to laughing and having a good time. And what I did was I allowed myself to be a role model and show this teacher about how you can change the energy of something to love without words of negativity or fear, but just be role modeling love. So without me even saying anything to that teacher, I'm allowing myself to just show her what love can do. The other way that you can do that is my lovely friend Angela is here, who we had a wonderful event at her house the other night. And we had, my granddaughter went with us, and there were, Angela's children were there, and we had just this awesome, amazing time. And at the end of the night, Angela has this house with this, a door with a really cool, those old, cool doorknob handles. And so Haley got locked into her bathroom because it had one of those old lock things, right? So she's on the other side of the door, and someone says to me, Haley's locked in the bathroom. So immediately, I'm like, okay, I just need to be the light. So whenever you're in a situation where there perhaps might be fear present or coming into play, anchor yourself in your heart. Start breathing so that you can remember to stay in the present moment where all the answers and options are available to you. It is when you flash forward into the future and go, oh my gosh, what's going to happen here? I don't have this. What are we going to do? It's getting late, all this kind of stuff. It's like, that's not even an option for me because I have all the options right here in this exact moment. So I just started breathing, and I'm like, just provide for me all the answers, all the options that are available. So one of them was, I was standing on the other side of the door, and Haley was on the other side, and she was getting anxious, and I said, Haley, start breathing. Just breathe. I am here. I am not leaving you. We will get you out of there. And one of the things that you can do about embracing humanity and being a gift is being a pillar of strength when other souls need your light. So when you can be this light and be strong, then other souls can be brave in their presence, in your presence. So what I did was, I knocked on the left side of the doorknob, and I said, Haley, turn that knob all the way to the right. Just as hard as you can, turn it to the right. Didn't work. So I knocked on the other side of the knob. I said, do you hear where I'm knocking? I want you to turn that knob on all the way on the other side. And she turned it, and blingo blango, I don't know how to spell it, but I think it's a word. Blingo blango, the lock opened, the door opens, everything's fine. So these are simple ways that you can be the light and model this out into the world. If we stay out of the fear zone, and you stay in the present moment, this is where love resides. Love does not reside in the location where anxiety, worry, fear, all of that is. So stay focused on the light, and you'll be able to have all of these options available to you. So one of the other ways that you can infuse love and joy into your life is really by singing it into life, like I was talking about earlier. I want you to know that everything starts in the imagination, okay? Everything. The Golden Gate Bridge started that way. Eiffel Tower started that way. J.K. Rowling wrote the Harry Potter books that way. All of those were sung into life, and it's because you receive these aha moments of inspiration, these magical gifts that come to you like, oh, I should do this. What if I do that? How about this? Anything that contains goodness and magic and wonder, if you allow yourself to sing it into being, you will take it from an energetic form and bring it into physical form. The ways that I've done that are, I have inspirational radio shows, I call them inspiration casts, because all they are inspirational podcasts which light people up and help you move out into the world and use the tools to keep yourself shining bright, because then you're a walking lighthouse and other people can connect with your light. I write inspirational books that contain encodements that when you read them through all the way one time, and if you make the choice to read them through another 2 or 3 times, you will find more pieces within you unlocking. I also have workshops, and then I create retreats, spiritual retreats. And from all of these things, as one thing is birthed, another thing is created. And from one creation becomes another creation. So from these spiritual retreats that I have created, I've met all these amazing, wonderful people. And then they come together in these retreats and they find these amazing ways that their lights connect and how we're all connected and we're creating this grand tapestry of light, because we all have the spark of the divine within us. And I can show you how that's an absolute fact by, if any of you have ever been with someone when they've crossed over, you know the moment their spark has left their body, because that is now a shell. It does not have the energy that's within that body. There's so many magical metaphors and magical symbolic meanings and examples here on this earth for us to see that magic resides everywhere. Another magical way to see that is by a birth of a human. It is a soul spark that comes in, and it starts in the womb, and all of a sudden it's birthed into life, into physical form, and then it's birthed. How do you have, here's a woman standing there, it's like, wait, she's not pregnant, now she's pregnant, now there's a baby. What? I mean, if you just allow yourself that gift of looking through that magical chain, you will see we are amazing golden tapestry of light. One of the other ways you can embrace humanity is by being responsible for your energy. It is our responsibility of every single moment. It's a moment-by-moment choice. Whether you decide to be happy, fearful, love, angry, it's really, you're either choosing love or fear. The love vibration or fear vibration, that's the easiest way I can explain it. And we are being asked to have faith, not fear, and believe in all the things that we hold within our hearts. Because when you start accessing this wisdom of your heart, you will find that you have all the answers contained within you. Absolutely everything is within your heart, and you can gain and access all that wisdom. This is one of the reasons why I speak without having notes on me. It is an act of faith that my angels are going to flow to me all the information that your hearts and souls have collectively come together, this grand tapestry that's here today, that you've all agreed on what you need to hear to unlock a piece of your heart to help you spread goodness and light out into the world. And so that's why I don't have notes on me, because I want to demonstrate and model to you that those things that I teach and talk about in the world, I'm walking them out in the world as well. So you can always be some kind of model for goodness. So I want to talk to you about joy. If you've all seen me speak here before, you've noticed that my hair keeps getting shorter. But this is as short as it's going to be, I'm telling you. But I'm bringing in the fairy energy. I love angels, I love fairies, and I love animals. And I connect with all of them because they're all energy, and they all are souls in either furry bodies or feathers or a human container. We are all a soul spark of the divine that resides in one of these containers. I'm just saying, for me, I know it because I'm bringing the fairy energy in, and part of the fairy energy is helping souls connect in with their joy and spread joy and light out into the world. So, I want to talk to you about joy, and let's talk about the song, Joy to the World, okay? This is a song that we've all had experiences with in church, all the stuff, wherever you've gone. You've heard that song, Joy to the World, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King, right? But what if you change that song one word and you just say, Joy to the world, the light has come. Let earth receive her king. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing. Those words, like we've sung words, sung songs and sung them, but it's once until you bring those words into your heart that you realize the simplicity of those words and the extreme meaning that those words contain within it. So I talk about multidimensional and layering. So when you say the word, joy to the world, the Lord has come, or joy to the world, the light has come, it's the same thing because the divine is embedded in the light. The light contains everything of universal goodness. So when you allow yourself to step into your joy, you're making the choice to release any chains that have been placed upon your heart by accessing your own key and unlocking your own prison or jail or whatever has been created by whatever experience. You access your own freedom, and that allows you the key to your kingdom, and you wear your own crown. When we use words that say, one person's going to save us all, we are responsible for saving ourselves. We have everything within us, and we're being asked to honor the light within ourselves first. And then what happens is the next progression is you go, oh my gosh, I have so much love within me. I want to share it with the world. And this is how we change the world. We don't allow ourselves to place all of our power onto one thing. We are all this grand tapestry. So when we all allow ourselves to be in our hearts and be in our joy, then this tapestry and this weaving creates this amazing fabric. So instead of creating holes or stretching or tearing the fabric because of pain or something that we're projecting out in the world, because of something that's happened to us, and then we pass on that pain to somebody else, we're saying, I'm responsible for being the light. I'm responsible for being the light. The light is here for all of us. We are the light. So I would love for you all to really, when you're moving about and embracing humanity, find these different ways that in every single moment you can go, how can I infuse love into the situation? How can I be the light here? How can I leave and have those souls that came across my path go, oh, I just feel so loved right now. I feel so beautiful. So I want to talk about this. Angela, we have a soul sister group on Facebook, and we post inspirational messages. And one of the things that she found and posted the other day was, it's like a blog post that shows what it looks like, what someone's face looks like after they're told that they are beautiful. And their face goes from this to, oh. So I want to tell each and every one of you, you're beautiful. All of you are beautiful. I'm just looking at every single one of you. You are all amazing and beautiful souls. Oh, that's awesome. Come on, people, that's awesome. Can I get an awesome? So I want to give you one. Did someone say awesome sauce? Awesome sauce. So I want to give you one tool that you can take with you to keep your light shining bright. Use high vibrational words to keep yourself lit up. Amazing, awesome, fabulous. Use a new high inspirational word every day if you have to. Isn't this awesome? This place is amazing. You look amazing. And say it and mean it. And you will see how your day turns from dull to technicolor. It's like in The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy was on her way back home. Once she realized she had everything within her, her life went from dull, which is black and white, to technicolor when she got on the yellow brick road, the grand tapestry, to find her way back into her own heart, to access her own wisdom. Her life went, ah. So, every day can be like Thanksgiving. You can be grateful for every single day. That day was only created, right, so that you could just remember to be grateful, but how about you just allow that to be within your energetics all the time? You're saying thank you, you're feeling gratitude. You're sending that out like, oh my gosh, thank you for these legs that got me here today. Thank you for the wheels on that car that went round and round, that went down the road that got me here today. Thank you for the water. Thank you for, just allow yourself to have every day to be Thanksgiving. And what about if you allow every day to be Christmas and you give yourself the gift of being present instead of giving presents? Or you give intentional presents where you're giving something that really absolutely means something. It's not something where you go, oh my gosh, I got to go to this department store and that, and then I'm running over here and running over there. You're giving someone something that when they feel it in their hands, they are feeling absolute love from you, and they know that you placed this intention so that when they come across it, they are feeling like, wow, that's just an awesome gift. And when they look at it, they remember you. What if every day is New Year's Day? It's a new opportunity for you to springboard into something that you've held in your heart for a long time that you've wanted to bring forth to the world. What if you're like, today's a new day? It's a new year every day. Today's my birthday. I decided after I went to sleep last night, I decided to come on back here and have another day. I decided to open my eyes. We all have the choice on when we're staying here or when we're leaving. You all have a choice. It's all a choice. And what if every day you just allow it to be Valentine's Day? And you just send the love out to everybody. And it's Valentine's Day. So it doesn't have to be a specific day that's just on a calendar that goes, oh yeah, today I got to remember to love. Come on, you guys. It's every day. It's Valentine's Day. We can be love and light every day. So I have a story that I want to share with you about Halloween. So we live in Florida now, and we live in a development where there's like lots of kids still go trick-or-treating, tons of them. And they come in, and they come in by the carloads, and they park, and they walk. So we sit at the end of the driveway, and we had two friends of ours that came in from out of town right hours before Halloween. And so my friend Shelly, who's also a pixie fairy, she came in and I said, hey, do you want to put on wings and we'll hand out candy and pixie dust at the same time? And she's like, yeah, I'll do it. So my husband, her husband, we all sat at the end of the driveway, and Shelly and I had wings on, and I had my pixie pouch, and I had a magic wand. And when the kids would come down the driveway for the candy, we'd say to them, would you also like a little pixie dust spread in your hands so that you can have joy and love received into your heart? And then we'll wave a wand over you and you can make a wish. And then, of course, we'll give you a piece of candy too if that's what you want. So they were like, okay, yeah. So the kids would come and we'd sprinkle pixie dust in their hands, and then we'd make a magic wish, and they'd go off on their way with a smile. And then a group of zombie teenagers came up, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on with like zombie television or something. I don't watch television. That's one of the ways I stay in my joy, is by turning off the negative television, which is a lot of the news is a lot of fear-based things. So one of the ways you can stay in your joy, here's a tip, turn off the negative television. Be your own programmer. Watch those things that light you up instead of things that tuck you into bed at night with fear. So allow yourself the gift of staying anchored in your heart by turning off the television, if that feels right to you. So the zombie teenagers come up, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, hey, we're angels and fairies, and we're sprinkling kids with pixie dust, and I know this is counter to your outfit, but would you guys all like some pixie dust? And every one of them but one said yes. So they all held out their hands, and we're like, okay, zombies, close your eyes, because we're going to have you make a wish. And we did that, and they all left with a smile. And as they were leaving, back comes this mother with her little boy, and the mom says, he made me come all the way back. He just wanted another hug and some more pixie dust from the angels. He doesn't want candy. Now, come on, people. That's what love does. Do you see what I'm saying? What is that? And it also starts with the word A. So, here's my magical pixie pouch. If any of you would love to have a little pixie dust, I'll put it in your hands. And then what we're going to do, I'll explain everything. We'll put it in your hands. You're just going to hold it and go back to your seat. And all of us together, we'll put our hands together. And then I will say a little lovely prayer, a little pixie prayer that says, I am open and receiving love and joy into my heart. Okay? So one of the reasons why I do this with individuals is because when we all heal our hearts, then we can all help other souls heal their hearts. If you look back across your life, those things that have hurt you the most are some of the things that you in turn then project out into the world. Because you keep creating that until you have something that faces that with love so you can end it. If you have something negative and you face it with another negative, you shall have another negative. If you have something negative and you face it with love, you shall have transformation. So, whoever would like a little pixie dust, we will take a moment. Just come on up here and hold your hands out. Okay. Awesome! Oh my gosh. Come on, Gary, this is awesome. This is a mermaid. Oh yeah, and this is a mermaid on the front, so you're going to also get mermaid and dolphin pixie dust. Okay, so now, when I'm putting this in your hand, all you have to do is just really start with the intention that I am open to receiving infinite love and joy from the universe, and then we'll say that again. So, just a little bit of pixie dust, okay? Let's all do this together, people! Okay. Okay, Gary and John, hold your hands out. John. Okay, John's like, whew. Okay, pixie dust up there, ready? Okay, so everyone's got your hands over your hearts. So all you do, let's just close our eyes for a moment and breathe. So when you breathe in love, you breathe it down to your heart and breathe it out to the world. Breathe in love, down to your heart, and breathe it out to the world as a gift. You're creating a sacred cycle. So allow yourself to, within your own sacred space, you can repeat out loud or repeat within you, I am open and receiving infinite love and joy from the universe. I am light and love. And all God's people say it. Come on, that's awesome. Okay, now let's talk about a love revolution because we've all got that in our hearts now. Okay, how much time do I got? 2 more hours? Nice. Okay, I'm gonna start talking faster. So let's talk about a love revolution. Okay, that right there is a love revolution. That's the first time I have done that on this scale. So thank you for being a part of joining your heart with mine on creating the Pixie Pouch Infusion Love Revolution. That's kind of awesome. No, that's not kind of awesome. That is awesome. So when we're creating a love revolution, I'm not talking about any kind of battle energy. I am talking about allowing love to evolve yourself. It's a love evolution. When you are allowing yourself to be a peaceful warrior or an angel warrior or a beacon of light, you are saying, regardless of what silliness is going on out in the world or what people are thinking that's going on out in the world, I'm having heaven on earth here. I'm enjoying myself. I'm loving people. I'm infusing people with light. And every day is magic for me. Every day I have magical experiences with humans and nature and animals. It's awesome and so amazing. You can create magic anywhere you want. It's always your choice. So when you allow yourself to create a love revolution, you are really evolving your life. And guess what? The word love is in the word evolve. Now, come on, that's awesome. I mean, that is awesome. It's awesome. And so then what happens after you allow love to revolutionize your life and you allow it to evolve yourself and expand your heart and so that you can enjoy your journey here. This is not an arduous journey. This is to have fun, spread pixie dust, leave light trails in your footsteps. The thing that's really awesome is now that I've been doing the pixie dust thing, what happens is when people come across my path, they're like, wow, something's been going on here. You can't leave pixie dust behind without someone wondering what's going on. So you allow yourself to leave light trails in your footsteps as you're walking on this earth. And when I'm walking about, especially when I'm at airports, because the energy, there's like so much different energy going on there, I am love amplified. I turn up my heart and I just go, who needs my help here? Does anyone need a little light? And I am walking around just asking if anyone needs my assistance, and it will always happen with some kind of animal, person, or whatever. Whether they just need a smile or someone needs actual assistance, it shows up in so many different ways. So when you can start your own love revolution, you evolve your life, and you allow yourself to amplify love in so many amazing ways. How can you amplify it out in your life? You can do it by allowing yourself those gifts that you all hold in your heart, because we've all come here with a promise to bring out something of goodness, some goodness or service here under earth. We have all promised that. And once you have your aha moment and you start awakening, it creates that journey within you that goes, what am I here to do? And when you allow yourself to be love amplified, you are unlocking your heart. You're walking around this earth with your heart open wide. And then the thing that happens next is you start getting these nuggets of wisdom and information, and you connect the dots and all these synchronicities on, oh, wow, now that's cool. Like, I had one event, and people really like pixie dust, so you know what? When I go to Minneapolis, I'm going to have a pixie pouch. And instead of communion, I'm going to do a pixie pouch infusion. I'm doing that. These were all dots I connected to have you all experience what I just did there today. So you can create all these different projects of light. And really, a project of light is anything that you birth from your heart that has love and joy and peace and truth at its foundation. It is the essence of what your foundational principles are, so that everyone that comes across anything that you do, your work, they feel honored, they feel loved, they can trust that you're giving them the truth. There are no things left out, just love put in. So, yes.
Regarding that personal path that you spoke of that is related to your name, how do you recommend identifying the significance of your name?
There is an amazing website called meaning-of-names.com. So you can look up your name on that website, your first name and your last name, and you can find the significance of that name, and then you'll also be able to start piecing together clues of what that means. Okay? Meaning-of-names.com. So before we end today, there's just another couple of things that I want to do. I want to give you a couple tools on how you can really step into your divinity and remember your joy here. So I was talking about projects of light. One of the projects of light that I've come across that was so simple is this man, I believe it's the man, he created a temporary tattoo, and it's called Conscious Ink. And you can find his website at consciousink.com. And we came across this last month, and what it is they're all these powerful statements. I am love, I am light, I am love. I even have a temporary one on right here, and this says I am love. So you can wear it, you put it on with the intention that you want to bring that into your being. And you can do another layer of that by when you put on like a temporary positive tattoo or something, you talk to your cells. That saying, healer be healed, we are asked to demonstrate that we are all energy, so you can't have it both ways. If we're energy, then we can heal with energy. You can heal yourself by talking to your cells, talking to yourself positively. And you know you can have it, if you can talk to yourself positively and you feel better, or you can talk to yourself negatively, or someone can give you a harsh word and all of a sudden you spiral down, then you can see that you're allowing that to affect you. So positivity absolutely can affect your cells. You can embed light within yourself. So when you can just do something so simple as you focus on the light in your heart, you send your light down. When you bring it back up, you create an I am mantra. I am powerful. I am fearless. I am love. I am happy. I am free. That is so important right now. I am free. I am trusting. And you tell your cells, every cell in my body, I'm placing this in every cell in my body, and you bring it up. So the other thing that I want to say is, my angels flowed this to me about 2 weeks ago, and I think it's so powerful because I think it helps so many people see visually what happens when we choose love or choose fear. So I was shown this huge ball of fire and negativity, black. That represents fear. And then I was shown this glorious light, which you all have seen. It's the sun in the sky. It's the great metaphor for the universal light. It's there. We can trust it. It's always been there. And that's love and light and purity. It's so pure. So every time you choose an action to do something negative, you're adding to the negative energy ball that's hanging out here. Every time you have a negative thought about someone, or judge somebody, or judge yourself, or speak badly about yourself, you're adding to negative energy. What if you decide today that you allow love to light the way, and you allow your words and your thoughts and your actions to all be of the absolute purest intent, and then you add to this amazing ball of love and light here, so that peace can reign upon this earth, because we are all part of this. We are all responsible for contributing to whether there's peace here. It is not just one person's responsibility. When I've heard people say, I can't wait until Jesus comes back because he'll take care of all of this. Well, let me just say, he was here before, okay? And it didn't get taken care of because he was here teaching people about, we all have this within us. He was the Prince of Peace, showed people the way of light and love, but it's all our responsibility to do that ourselves. We must be that. So in closing, I'd love, 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 did I say that enough times? Well, let me say it again. Love. To all have you connect with me. I'll have a table out there. I have pixie pouches for $5 if you want those. I have books that I write, and I have a newsletter, so if you want to stay connected with me, I send out inspirational newsletters once a month, and then I also send out information of when I'll be back in town and doing events and inspiration. I have a radio show which is called The Earthly Angel Show. It's all full of inspiration, and there's all these episodes that I have created as tools to keep you lit up. On my websites, I have lots of different ways and tools to keep you lit up. Hang out with like-hearted friends. Surround yourself with people that lift you up and help you remember your divinity and help you remember how amazing and beautiful you are. The souls that don't want that experience, let them hang out with the souls that want that other experience. Be strong, brave, and courageous, and hang out with the souls that are going to light you up. Like these two over here that laughed their way to freedom. They're awesome, and they help infuse souls with love and laughter. So hang out with more of those people. And so, I shall end by saying, I am honored that you all took this time to be with me. I thank you, and I send you off on a wave of love and light. Awesome! Awesome! I think it would be really awesome to do the cotton candy centrifuge of light, since we're talking about pixie dust and fairies, because they love that kind of thing. They love it. So if all of you would just close your eyes for a moment, focus on the light in your heart. What I'm going to do is I ask that the amazing column of universal love and light come down in the center of this room. And as it bounces off the floor, I ask it to go into my heart first, and I will squeeze the hand of the person to my right. And as your hand gets squeezed, squeeze the person's hand to the right, and you'll see how fast this light will go around the circle and how it will continue. So I start the light now as we are transferring our heart's light and moving it around this circle and connecting with every heart here in this room as love moves around the circle. Circles are powerful, circles are strong. They create a link in the chain of love and light of goodness. So we can create chains of goodness and light, and that is what we're doing here. So keep squeezing the hand to your right and infuse each soul with love. And as that light moves around the circle, allow yourself to create this light that also crisscrosses. So it's like pixie sticks in every heart. Goes across as we create this great new tapestry that's going to add to the grand tapestry. And as this light goes around for the second time, you will see that it really does start creating this cotton candy filament-like light that is just powerful and strong and beautiful, because we are all divine and beautiful and amazing souls. And as we continue to feel this love and light transferring around the room, when it gets back to me for the second time, and we will create a vortex and send it up to the universe. So just continue to feel gratitude and love for all the amazing guidance that we received today. I am grateful. I thank you all for joining me. And now that it is here, let all of us create this centrifuge of love and just envision this light now, sending it out through the top of this building up into the highest realms of divinity possible, and we send love and light across the universe. Every location is touched by this light. And all wonderful people of light said, Amen! Awesome!